The Center for African Liberation and Socio-Economic Rights has responded to the House of Representatives describing the Nigerian military under President Muhammadu Buhari as exceptional, displaying unalloyed commitment and can be compromised for selfish politicians. The center made this known at a press conference in Abuja to address the avalanche of call for the sack of service chiefs. In a press statement signed by the convener, Princess Ajibola, the center expressed utter disgust on the desperation of some self-serving politicians who have carried on with the campaign of calumny against the service chief.
The leadership of CALSER is alarmed at the desperation with which some self-serving politicians have carried on with the campaign of calumny against the service chiefs in the country, whose efforts in the fight against terrorism has been quite encouraging and outstanding. To think that the honorable members of the National Assembly have been so compromised to lead this despicable campaign leaves more to be imagined. The venom they spit indicates an unviable attitude towards the socio-economic advancement of Nigeria, because their actions and inactions are self-serving and not in the overall interests of the country. CALSER wishes to state that the Nigerian military, under the administration of our dear President Muhammadu Buhari, has indeed displayed an unalloyed commitment to preserving the territorial integrity of Nigeria to the applaud of discerning Nigerians. They have kept vigil while we all slept, including them. They have combed bushes and difficult-to-reach terrains in service to fatherland, and this is manifest in the numerous gains that have been recorded in the fight against terrorism and other militant groups in Nigeria. This fact is not one that self-serving politicians will want to reckon with, because it is against their overarching interests. As such, they must do all within their powers to cause a political crisis so that their whims and caprices can be carried out without hindrance. CALSER also sees the call for the sack of service chiefs as one that is part of the game plan by some politicians to hijack and politicize the Nigerian military to their advantage, which was the norm before the advent of the Muhammadu Buhari-led administration in 2015.
The Center for African Liberation and Socio-Economic Rights, however, stated that the military under President Muhammadu Buhari administration has shown an extreme level of commitment to preserving the territorial integrity of the country in the hallowed of discerning Nigeria. The center, however, revealed that the call for the sack of service chief is part of the game planned by some politicians to hijack and politicize the military to their advantage in previous governments.
The Center for African Liberation and Socio-Economic Rights wishes to state that the service chiefs in the country have indeed proved their mettle and commitment to the Nigerian cause, and as such, any attempt by the relevant authorities to bow to the pressure being mounted through covert means for the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces to effect a change in the leadership of the Nigerian military will indeed be a big blow for lovers of democracy in Nigeria. This is on the heels that if such happens, Nigeria might return to the brinks where our military will be subjected to the whims and caprices of politicians and might be our undoing, and the consequences will live with us for years to come.
The center therefore expressed support for the service chief, whose capacity and competence is unwavering, adding that recent upsurge in violence across the country is a coil by desperate politicians to rubbish their efforts.